right, let's get to solve this question from the same year again, 2019, May, June, variant 2-3 from 9608. We're being told that the following pseudocode searches for the longest run of identical characters in the array message. Yeah, that's what we have right there. Then they're telling us that okay, they're asking us now to draw the program flowchart to represent the procedure. Search variables and array declarations are not required in program flowcharts here. So which means all this part here that has to do with the array message, it's not needed. The part on these declarations is not needed. We're going to be starting from this part up to the end of this part. So what we need basically here is all this part that is stretching from here up to here, right? So I'll take that and I'll paste it on the blackboard here. So I'll paste it right here, or maybe I might need probably first to undo that. Then I'll probably have this on a small screen, paste it right there. Then I put it like that. Let me go ahead and put it probably on a corner like that. Then we can zoom it up. Right? This is basically what we want to work with. Right? So with this now, check this part. We are being told that we need to be playing around. Declarations are no longer important. So we're going to be doing this part of initializations. So after initializations, now we don't have a specific way of presenting a for loop in code. So we will transform this into a condition control loop, right? Whereby we will first initialize our value of index to 2. Then we continue checking now if the value of our index is past 100 or not. As long as it is within, or it is still below or equal to 100, we need to go ahead and actually continue to execute this loop body, right? Then we go ahead and what? And then instead of ending the for loop, we need to increment the value of our index now. So after executing the loop body at once, I need to go ahead and say index now is supposed to be having a new value, which is index plus 1, right? So I have the first condition now. After initializing my value of index to 2, I need to then check if the index is greater than 100. If it's greater than 100, then I need to go and execute. I need to go out of this loop and then execute what is outside of this loop, right? But the first part that I need to be doing is this part now, where I'm gonna the first conditional statement that I have is check if message index is equal to this car. If it is, I go ahead and actually give this value. If it's not, I go ahead and actually execute this part, which is also in turn involving another loop, another selection again, whereby I need to check if this one is bigger than long run. Then if it is, then I go ahead and do this part, of which I don't have an else. There is no else for this guy. So the else part, if this is no, if this is yes, then I'm going to be getting to run this. But if it is no, I'm going to go ahead and execute the line of code that is outside of the what? Selection. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So what I'm going to be doing now is the part on making sure that I have everything all checked up. So what I will do is I will make sure that I have what do I want to do? I want to drag this to be a little bit smaller. Can I do that? Yeah, let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. So the first thing that I need to do is okay, I can just say that. Then the first thing that I need to do is to go ahead and initialize these values. So I will start my program. Let me go ahead and actually do it over here. Is that okay? I might need to increase the space bit rather, because I can't do that over there without affecting much. Okay, so I'll use this space indeed, but I will first start by the part of doing my initializations. So first of all, I will initialize all these values. I have this character, message, this character being given the value of message. Instead of writing message, I'm just going to be writing message like this. Instead of writing this one, I'm just going to be writing TR. Instead of writing long run, I'm just going to be writing LR. Instead of writing index, I'm just going to be writing int like this. Then yeah, that's pretty much, those are the variables that I have. So just make sure that you know that these are the initials that I'm going to be using when I'm writing my code. Yeah. So we have the first part, this character, so I'm put this as TC, TR, and LR. So the first part, I'm going to be starting my code like this. I'll start by saying start, and from there I need to go ahead and do my initializations. So I'm being told that TC is equals to message 1, right? So TC is equals to message 1, and I'm being told again that TR is equals to 1. TR is equal to 1. Then again, long run, LR is equals to 1. So LR is also equal to what? Equal to 1. So check this part. We already said again, we need to initialize the value of index again to what? To 2. So we can actually still put that in this same box again. So index is equal to 2 like this. That's my first initialization that I actually have to do. Then I now need to go ahead and check now if the value of index is bigger than 2. So I'll put that in a selection. Is index bigger than 100? If it is bigger than 100, then I need to get out of the loop, right? So suppose that it is greater than 100, it means that the loop is done. So I'm just going to go ahead and output this. So if I go ahead and say this part is going to be coming through with a what? With a yes. Right? So if this is yes, I need to go ahead and output this part. So I'll draw my line like this. So just say output this message. I'm just going to be calling it I'm just going to be writing it text like this. So when you're going to be seeing this text, it means that you're supposed to be writing all this first. Because of my space, I need not to do that. So I'm going to be putting the output in a parallelogram like that. So I'm just going to be saying what? Output text, comma, long run, LR. Then I go ahead and end my program. Right? This is when the value of index is not greater than 100. But if no, now, there are a couple of things that I need to do. If it's no, I first need to do the part of what? Of check. If it's no, I need to do the first part again of checking if message index is equal to this character. Are we together? So we are saying now, if message index is equal to this character, so I'm going to be doing another selection here. Is message index, right? Is that equal to this character here? So it's going to be like TC like this. So that's my next condition that I'm going to be having. Like that. Then if it's yes, then I need to go ahead and initialize this to this. Right? So if it is, I need to go ahead and say, so if it's yes, come on. If it's yes, I need to go ahead and what? And do initialization. We're going to be saying what? If it's yes, we're going to say TR is equals to TR plus 1. That's incrementing this run. TR is not equal to TR plus 1 like this. Right? Then after that now, okay, I need to put in my arrows here. I need to put in the arrow here, the arrow here. But if it's, so we're saying that if we've done this now, we're now getting out of this loop, and we're now checking where this if is ending. It is ending on this if. So from there now, I now need to go ahead and do an incrementing now, an incremental of the value of my index. So I'll wait for a second, then I'll go ahead and on the part of no. So on no, I'm going on the else part. The else is saying that go ahead and actually say TC is now equal to message of index, right? That's an assignment. So we're saying TC is now getting the value of message of index, right? Are we together? Okay, we'll go ahead and give it a value like that. Then the next thing that's going to be happening now is now to do another test. We're now being asked to do is this run is TR longer than long run here. So I'm going to be doing another test. Let me just drop down a little bit here. Then I'll be like what? Is what? Is TR longer than is it bigger than LR? So is TR bigger than long run here? That's going to be a selection like this. So I'll put that in a rhombus. Then if yes, then I go ahead and actually change the value of LR. LR is now equal to this one. So if it's yes, If it's yes, I'm going ahead and actually do an assignment operator. That's if it's yes, we are saying LR is now equal to TR. So LR is now equal to TR like this. All together. Then if no now, that's the part that I say that if it's no, I'm just going ahead to increment, to assign TR to this to 1, right? So if it's no, I'm just going ahead to say what? If it's no, I'm just going ahead to say what? This run is equals to 1. So I'm just going to say this run is equal to 1. Check this part. Either way, even if I get into this selection, if I get out, I need to be getting on this part. If I do not get in, I still need to get to this part. So we are saying that after we have initialized the value of LR to TR, we still need to go back to go on this part of actually initializing TR to 1. You get the point? So from there now, I am done executing now my loop body. I'm now on this part. Then I'm ending my if now. From there now, I now need to go ahead and do the part of incrementing the value of what? Of index. Then I go back again to check if the value of index is still within the limits. So from here, I need to go ahead and increment the value of index. So I'll now say, let my index now be equal to the value of index plus 1, like this. So as we said again, that if the pattern TR incrementation that's here, right? If we get into this part and we want to get out, if we get out now, we are now checking on the part of end if we're going straight up to this part. So this dude here needs again to go on the part of incrementing the value of index. After incrementing the value of index, we now need to go back and check if the value of index is still within our limits. So we're coming back to check on this part. Like that. That's what you're going to be doing after incrementing our index, because we said after incrementing our index, we are coming back to check if the value of my index is still within the range. That's basically what I need to do. So that's going to be my ultimate solution as far as this is concerned, right? I have the value of my initializations. I have the value of my initializations right here, and I have to include again the initialization for what? For index to come through again, right? After initializing the value of my index, after initializing the value of my index, I'm checking now, is my index still less than the upper limit here? So that's why I'm doing the check. Is index still greater than, is it greater than 100 here? So if it is greater than 100, it means I'm done executing it. You get the point? So I need to go ahead and actually end my program there after outputting this text, right? That is right here, right? But if it's no, I need to go ahead and actually do my test. I'm checking now, is my value of, I'm doing this first test now. Is my message index equal to character? Yes. If it's yes, I'm going ahead to increment the value of TR of this run. I increment this run. After that, I need to go ahead and increment index. I increment the value of index. Then I check again. If it's no, I go ahead and actually do what and execute what is in the part of else, right? I go ahead and actually assign the value of message index. Message index is now being given to TR, which is this character. Then the next thing that's going to be happening is the part equal. I'm doing another test again. Is this run bigger than long run here? If it's yes, then I go ahead and actually initialize the value of long run to the value this run to long run. Then I go ahead and increment and reinitialize the value of my TR to 1. Then I increment my index and I go back again to do the very check. That's basically how this was supposed to be coming through like. So go through it again. You can copy this in the right on a bigger space so that you can do the analysis, comparing it with the original question. And touch base with me if there are any questions.